Howdy, folks, and welcome to the very late showing of Not the Chronicles of Not Jay, episode 81. I do apologize. Real life reared its ugly head, and by real life, I mean I have kind of a second job, not really a job. I do get paid for it. I was running the scoreboard for my local junior high football game, and I forgot that they play two games on these nights. So next week is going to be Thursday night, regular time, because they've got. I'm doing the same thing again Wednesday night. So next Thursday for episode 82. Probably not going to go real long tonight, but I did want to get on here and say hi to everybody and let you know what's going on. Hexy is with me. Thank you, Hex. Todd is predisposed, doing something with family, no doubt. Guys, I really, really, really want to thank y'all for hanging out. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me just run through the comments real quick. And Dave Hall's been here since 7:52. Thank you, sir. He says hello to the mini. Says, indeed, the 2-hour wait was actually 2 hours and 46 minutes. Ingenious. There you go. Evening from Chuck. Hissy Cat says, evening all. I came on and said, hey, gang, thanks for being here. It might be a little longer of a wait, and I am sorry. Life happens. From Chuck, Reese says, hey, y'all. Hi, Reese. I hope you're still with me. If you're not, I understand. You got to take care of them turkeys. I get it.
How's the turkey?
E4 Airman says, beautiful day in Ohio, sun, no rain. Hissy Cat says, no worries, boss. McMurray, of course, says it's Hexy's fault. Dave Hall, Wargaming with Silent Dice. E4 Airman, Hexy is always above reproach. Man, he's got you fooled. Hexy's been a field marshal taking on the Russians to storm Leningrad. He needs time. Russian winters means never having enough time. Eventually time is up, says Chuck. We have E4 Airman. Hexy is better than Napoleon. We will remain supplied through the islands in the Baltic.
I can never thought
and Hexy comes in and says, and Russian women to haul my grain. If by Russian women you mean pack mules, yes, you are correct. Hexy says, appreciate y'all, all you folks for hanging in there. Yes, again, I thank you so much. It's a testament to the great audience and community that we have here. You guys are wonderful. I literally could not do this without you. I would not do this without you. Good fun communications. Eventually, why not wait? Not Jay is a timekeeper for local football and ran a bit over. Should be along any time now. That was 9:21. It's 9:36. 15 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. What's everybody playing or painting? GMT Julius Caesar came today in the mail along with Stalingrad 42.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stop by my local game store tomorrow and go ahead and grab that Julius Caesar.
Asking, is that volume 2 air? The Julius Caesar. Set up 3 games across the Bug River.
Yeah, that's
Malta
like the
Besieged,
hockey game I'm playing.
And Devil Boats.
Yeah.
I'm going to review Theseus next, Chuck. E4 says Julius Caesar is part of a great battle series and combines and reprints Caesar in Gaul and Rome civil wars. It includes almost all of the scenarios from those games, which are hard to find, and improves counters. Oh, very good. 10 lizards to paint. Then there will be 38 figure regiment ready to take on my orcs or humans. Oh, very nice. Hexy says there's one sitting on the shelf in my LGS. Almost grabbed it when I grabbed Pacific War. Hex says, nice, Chuck. Still reading Red Storm Rising. Clancy, what part are you on there, E4? I love that book. I listen to it at least once a year, sometimes twice a year. I just finished Team Yankee, and man, do I want to get some Cold War combat in. So I'm going to show you what I just picked up this past weekend. Hex with the gaming, with the intent of gaming it air.
Storm Rising is he gonna? Was one who's
well, I've an old copy from thrift store. Vampire, very good. Oh yeah, if that's the part you're in. Oh, scary stuff. I don't know. You never want to be in a war, of course, but I don't know what's scarier. Being in the middle of the ocean where you can get just ball peen hammered with missiles and then have nowhere to go when your ship blows up, or in an airplane where with nowhere to go when the missile blows your plane up, or a tank with very little way to go if the missile blows up your tank. Yeah, it's I mean, honestly, I think I probably had, I'm not going to say one of the safest when I was in the National Guard. I'm not going to say I was in one of the safest places, but it was probably a little better than most. I was in communications. We made sure our antenna lines were about between 300 and 600 meters long. So I always made sure my antenna was as far out as that reel would take me, because that's where the artillery and the missiles would show up, is where the antenna was, not where I am. So there you go. Red Storm Rising is a TSR game, copyright 1989. I had that. I don't know where it is anymore. I never got to play it, and I'm a little bummed. That was from RSR. Noah, hi Noah. I hope you're still here. Thanks for joining us. The TSR game of HFOR and RSR are actually really good. Huge map, 162 stand-up army pieces, and 143 NATO and Warsaw Pact aircraft. What I'm doing tonight, going through a huge full-thrust eBay score, enjoying a cigar, and an attempt at making a mixed drink. Oh, very nice. You'll have to tell us more about the full thrust that you got. His cat says, hey all. Dave Hall comes back. Recent Walkabout Games was on before I got on. His cats, we are old and have no friends, so we wait. His cat, as you know, I watched your video of you playing. I can't remember the name of the game now. Today's Target, I think it's called, or Target for Today, where you're a B-17 flying, or not flying in a B-17, but sitting in a B-17. That was super cool. Super jealous. Would love to do that sometime. E4 Remember, do not forget to give Not Jay a thumbs up. Yes, please. Even though I am late, please give me a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. I don't know how it helps the channel, but apparently it does with algorithms and whatnot and such. So I'm still here. Perfect way to wrap up my birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday, Reese. Happy birthday, buddy. I'll buy you a Coke at Recruits if you make it. Or you bear hunting that weekend? I can't remember. CH2, I listen to pronunciation of Russian names, so I read on YouTube. Oh, very good. Upstate New York, Griffiths Air Force Base. And thank you, sir. Great experience. All right, so we're all up to date now. I need to check in on one thing real quickly. What have you been up to? I know you've been a painting fiend.
Yeah, I just did a short on. I didn't get to show you guys. Todd saw them, but I'm tagging my Flames of War bases using white paint on the base bottom so I can, because I'm never going to remember what everything is, like Rifle Squad, Rifle MG, or whatever. I just put up a little short of that. It's probably just posted now on YouTube to see what that looks like. And Paul thought it was a good idea. So I'm going to see what the rest of the world thinks. So I did a little bit of that. I'm doing some, okay, obviously speed paints has become a very strong passion for me and Wardrobe both. But so I'm trying to figure out how I can prime and what will be successful in painting over it. And definitely, I think sticking with white. My next thing is to figure out how to do this on tanks and get the right colors on tanks. So I'm doing that. I'm reviewing the VUCA Simulations games. I'm more than halfway through Crossing the Line, the Aachen game. Theseus is next. Don't know if I'll play Donnerschlag. It looks like a different system, but I might. And then, of course, I'm still working my way towards Leningrad, getting a lot of good feedback and input and suggestions on what to do with that hole I broke in the Russian line as the axis. So it's hard. I come home in the evening, I'm like, the golf league stuff is pretty much kind of over right now. So all I got on my brain is the club championship in 3 weekends. So I come home at night and it's like, oh, okay, let's play this. No, let's get on the computer, do that. No, let's paint. No, let's go play that game. So I'm doing it in little bits and pieces as much as I can.
Outstanding. So a little bit of role reversal. Hexy's been painting up a storm, been going crazy with it. I've been playing with these things.
Shit.
And taking these to them. So they look like this.
Yay.
They're not perfect.
They work.
No.
Toenail clippers.
Some are clipped better than others. I'm talking about, distance in. But you know what? They're clipped. And what game are these coming from? None other than the 1982, and this is the 84 release. GDW Assault, Tactical Combat in Europe, 1985. Picked this up at a swap and shop event at one of the local game stores. And by local, I mean St. Louis metro area, which is it was an hour and 45-minute drive. And picked up for $15. So, you know what? I can't go wrong. It was great. Noah says he's got his cigar is an Olivia G. His mixed drink is a root beer spice rum pineapple juice concentrate. I think it works. Hey, if it tastes good, why not? He says, "Oh, Assault. There's a flashback." Yeah, I'm gonna take to it and see if I can't, figure out how to play the game. We'll see. As y'all may or may not know, I'm not a big fan of reading rules. So maybe. So also this week on Monday, I think it was Monday. Monday, two things happened. The first thing was Lock and Load Publishing's crowdfunding for World at War 85 completed, and they made their goal. Did about $146,000. It was about 500 times what they were expecting to do. So we got that going for us. Um, I this past weekend, the team was on a YouTube live show, and I asked when we could expect delivery. It got all garbled and and mixed up, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're shooting for December. Um, all they're waiting for at this point in time is a final mock-up for artwork to approve. Once they get that approval, back over to China. Their last game that went through this, it only took 5 weeks to get fully printed, packed, and put into the container ship, and then shipped over here. So we're hoping December. Fingers crossed. I told Donna that's my Christmas present. She doesn't have to worry about anything else, so I'm good there. The other thing that happened is on Monday, Wiley Games released. Well, they didn't release. They set up for pre-order Battlesuit Alpha, the new mech game. And by mecha game, I mean big stumpy robots. If you like BattleTech, if you like MechWarrior, if you like Gundams, if you like McMurray was talking with us earlier with Jay Wiley and me about doing a World War II game in 15 millimeter, going after the fabled Rata, the big, huge land battleship that Hitler wanted to build. That was like 10 times bigger than the Maz and like 30 times bigger than a Tiger. It was ridiculous. But have that sucker out there and have infantry just run all over like their heads are cut off, trying to kill this thing. Excuse me. So yeah, it's going to be really, really cool. To that end, I Skullforge, who is my 3D Star Wars STL purveyor of choice, has just released some really, really wonderful looking. Pardon me while I turn on some lights here. Some really wonderful looking mechs that look very much like Titanfall. And I printed one up last night, pulled it out, didn't get a chance to look at it. I'm stripping it down now. Let's see here. No, it says in answer to Chuck, GZG's Reaver spaceships, ship scale, nice. Walkabouts, hey buddy, welcome. Yes, the show is on. I apologize for not being on earlier for you. Chuck says Noah, that's cool. Got my notification from GMT. Stalingrad 42 expansion is headed my way. Outstanding. Can't wait to see some video of it, buddy. Noah says, thanks, I really like their stuff, but even with John of GZG's Black Magic shipping costs from the UK to home is painful. Yeah, it is expensive, but it is blinding fast. And then Chris Long says, robots stomp. Yes, they do. A rat in 15 millimeters would be insane. I want one in 28. That's just ludicrous. That's not just insane. That is ludicrous. Come on, work with me. What are you doing? I want that Skullforge Titanfall. Well, I'm about to show you what this looks like here. And Noah says, ooh, Titanfall. Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly Titanfall. It's just Titanfall-esque. Now, the one I'm about to show you, I scaled down by 50%. Because otherwise it was going to be, I think it was going to be in 28 millimeter, which would have made it really big. So this is probably going to be closer to 15 millimeter. He also produced some infantry to go with it, so that's kind of cool also. Just popping these supports off real quick. Chris Long says, I want to print it in 15 millimeter. Yeah, I need to figure out exactly what 15 millimeter, should be for this. Honestly, I'm not real good at figuring out, what percentage I should print something at to be at, 15, et cetera, and so forth. So, but I think this is going to be close enough for government work. Come on. Come on. These supports are killing me. I like that they're pre-supported because I don't have to dick around with the supports, but sometimes they're a pain in the rump. Get them all out. So here is, and I still got some more cleanup to do on it. That's the bottom. That's the basically the legs. And I'll go ahead and embiggen me here. There are the legs for it. And then the torso is next. And I tear into it here, wanting to get, there we go. Oh, yeah. And I'm thinking real hard about magnetizing at least between the torso and the bottom part here. But there you go, guys. There you go. That's him in all of his glory. And the reason why I want to be able to magnetize him is so I can see if I can't be able to, actuate the torso to be able to move around. And then I've got some arms here, and there you go.
Nachi, I'm going to leave you because it's a little late for me tonight.
All right, no worries, buddy.
Now, everybody, thanks for hanging in there, waiting for him to get back. Good deal. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it, sir. You're an officer and a gentleman.
Check out my little short I just posted too on those bases.
Yeah, we will go take a look at that here later.
Hi, gang. Peace.
Sure. Have a good night. All right, guys. So flying solo, I've done it before. No big shakes. Yeah, Skullforge has got some really good stuff. And what I'm really excited about is coming in September. Of course, we've got on Disney Plus Andor coming out. And I know within a couple of days of that, and when I mean a couple of days, it'll premiere on a Wednesday, and by Friday he will have STLs ready to go to put up on his website of stuff for that. So yeah, really, really cool. All right. So scaling to 43% should do it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will. I scaled this to 50, so I don't know I guess that makes it bigger than 15%. But that's okay. I mean, it's my toy. They're my toys. I do what I want. Uh, yeah. So he's literally the only. Uh, well, he's the I I I do two Patreons. I do Skullforge and I do Henry Hyde. Um, if y'all don't know who Henry Hyde is, he is, as my brother calls him, as from when he's been on the show with him, his my brother's show. He calls him the dean of the hobby, and he's written some really fabulous books, and is just an overall just nice gentleman. I would love to have him on the show, but I'm gonna probably have to do a Sunday show for him since he lives over in the UK, which of course John won't mind. John, our foreign correspondent, since he's over in the UK also. Hexy, if you were into Flames of War, 1985 would go with their Team Yankee models. They have air, mech units, anti-air, Helo, NATO, and Communist Bloc, Iran, Israel, Iraq. Yeah, it's got some good stuff. Honestly, though, for Cold War, I am a 1/285th 6 millimeter or 1/600th 3 millimeter kind of guy. I just think it looks better at that scale. But that's my personal opinion. Now, to be fair, um, I did play Team Yankee, the game Team Yankee, with the author of Team Yankee at Recruits several years ago. Right after Team Yankee came out, the game Team Yankee came out. I played with the author of Team Yankee, and we played in 6 millimeter. And in my opinion, the game Team Yankee plays much better in 1/285th scale and possibly 1/600th. So yeah, that's where I am with that. Noah says, I finally got my test print to work. Just have to break free the time to figure out Cheeto Box and get printing. Actually, Cheeto Box is real easy, especially if it's a pre-supported model. You throw it onto the plate. You make sure that it's the supported pads are on the plate. You size it to whatever you want. Then you tell it to slice. You tell it to save. You take your USB drive over to your printer. Boom, done. Yeah, that's it's literally that easy. I would like to do more videos. It's such a pain with my internet being slow like it is. For a 15-minute video, it literally takes 5 or 6 hours to upload, and that's all that can happen during that time. Is during the upload process, nothing else can happen. I don't receive email. I can't check Facebook. I can't stream. I can't watch anything on TV streaming. So maybe one of these nights, I'll just do a live and show you how I do stuff in Cheeto Box. Barbara says, I'm still waiting on my book. Amazon is taking forever to get Henry's book. Yeah, some people have got it. I think Jay got his book, and he got it through Amazon. So not quite sure. So I'd like to get a hold of it. It's pretty pricey right now because I didn't do it in a pre-order fashion. Whatever. Reese says 1/600 for air is unbeatable. World War I and for World War I, I prefer 144th scale, 1/144th scale, which is the Wings of War, Wings of Glory. For those that are following me on the Facebook group, you saw Jay and I, my brother Jay and I, play with the Wings of War, Wings of Glory fighters with Fistful of Lead. I'm calling it Fistful of Lead dog fighters. It was fun. God, it put the World War One fighter bug back in my ear. Um, I felt it worked even better than Wings of War, Wings of Glory. So I love it. So really a lot of fun. So that's the scale I like for World War One. World War Two, I really prefer the 1/285th, 1/300th scale. They're just you can get a little bit more uh, painting detail with it. And I know, the guy that doesn't like painting, that's crazy talk, right? Uh, so yeah, there's that. As for modern Korea, Vietnam, Korea is definitely 1/300th or 6 millimeter. Vietnam, I've got a lot of Vietnam in 1/600th or 1/300th scale. I need to take a look to see what the 1/600th stuff looks like. Um, and it's dead cheap, so I can give it a shot, and if I don't like it, I'm not out more than what, 4.5, 4 and 3/4. So yeah, that is a red letter day there, Reese. You are recommending something besides 54 millimeter, but I think air combat in 54 millimeter, it's a little big. We would need the entire gymnasium floor at recruits, and we would have them on 1/2 inch dowel rods. So there you go. Yes, Hissy, you did mention, and I will mention, guys, if you have not gone over to Hissy Cat Studios website or on his YouTube channel and watched him play uh, Target for Today or Today's Target or whatever the name of the game is, he was sitting basically at just aft of the waist gunner's position in a B-17 playing a B-17 bomber game. How cool is that? It was he didn't have a lot of time in there, so he didn't play a full game. He only played 7 zones, I think it was. But man, was it cool. It was really, and it was really well done. I love when you made it over to zone 7, the target, and you went to go do your bombing run, and you brought that video in. That was super cool. Guys, go check it out. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. If you haven't already subscribed to Hissy Cat Studios YouTube page, do it. You will not be you will not be disappointed in any way, shape, or form. My only complaint about 1/600 is that there's not enough space on the planes for cool alt history sci-fi decals. Right. That's why I like the 1/300th scale. So Walkabout Games says I got it for $75 now. It's 95 Canadian. All right. How does Cold War Commander 2 handle air? Very similar to the original version. It's, if I remember correctly, helicopters are on board. They are a unit on board, so you will move them. And basically, you can move them anywhere on the board. And if they get within anti-aircraft range, either man pads or stuff like Gaskins and Geckos, or ZSU 23-4s or ZSU, was it 57-2s or whatever it is. Yeah, you're gonna feel it. As for aircraft, you call them in almost like artillery. You don't even need to have airplanes. I do, just because, well, the Americans have an A-10, the Soviets have SU-25 Frogfoots. Very, very cool. Because you place it where it's going to do its attack run, and you do anti-aircraft if it's around, and then you take it away. So I mean, it's abstracted for close air support, but as for helicopters, those are on board. His cat says, "Thanks, boss." Absolutely, dude. We're here to make each other, in my opinion, at least how I feel. If you've got a YouTube channel that promotes gaming and you're not looking to what's the word, gatekeep about it, I'm going to promote you. I'm going to tell you, hey, you do good work. Another great one to watch is The Joy of Wargaming with John. He is a prolific provider of content. Chuck, Charles Latorre here. Chuck, you do a great job also. And you are very much like Todd. Wardrobe plays World War II. Spread far and wide with lots of different stuff. You've got Fistful of Lead. You've got board games. You got all kinds of great stuff. So go visit Mini Warmut. Brian's got a channel. He does great stuff as well. Hex to Hex, definitely go check him out. I mean, guys, we should all do a better job of promoting each other, in my opinion. I've only got 217 viewers. It's the same, 8, 9, 10, 15 people every week. But you know what? That's okay, because I like the close-knit group we have here. The OG is in the house, giving us a thumbs up. I don't know if you were here, but I talked briefly about World War 85, the crowdfunding ending. This, I believe, again, I think it was this past Monday. Y'all did a great job with it, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that game. It's going to be so cool. As I was telling the guys earlier, I just finished listening to / reading Team Yankee, which I actually have. Where is it? Yep, it's right here. I've got my copy of Team Yankee right here. My copy of Team Yankee, written by Harold Coyle. Hey, Reese, take care, buddy. Say hi to the turkeys. Yep. So, yeah, this is my copy. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got it signed by the author. Yeah. So that was very cool. Last time I physically read it, I was on a flight from ORD. I was on a flight from Chicago O'Hare to Kansas City. Oh, I remember why. I had to fly from Springfield to Chicago to Kansas City, because this was the weekend of my father-in-law's funeral. Last time I physically had this book in my hands. So yeah, when I showed up to the convention with this, this is I believe it is a first edition, but it's not a first print. But when I went to have it signed, they said, where did you get this? I don't even have a first edition. So hardback. So yeah, I'm jazzed. I love this book. And to me, it still holds up. Now, with the information that we now know about T-72s and T-80s that we've seen with Ukraine's, probably not as frightful as we thought they were, but whatever. No, it says that's awesome. Love Team Yankee. Yeah, Cold War. Cold War is my second favorite historical era. My first, of course, is World War II naval. Then second is Cold War. There's something about it, and I think it's because I grew up with my dad being in the National Guard during the Cold War. I was in the National Guard at the very, very, very end of the Cold War, 1989. So it intrigues me. The what ifs intrigue me. So I love reading Tom Clancy. I love reading Coyle. It's great stuff. Great stuff. So that's why I love World War 85. I mean, it is right in my wheelhouse. So, what else is going on? Like I said, I don't think this is going to be. We're going to go too late tonight. It is, rather late, and I do apologize. Like I said, next week will be regular time. We'll be at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, but it'll be Thursday night and not Wednesday night because I've got another game to run the clock for. So again, thank you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. It gives me a warm feeling somewhere around the cockles, possibly the sub cockles. So yeah. We're looking forward. The next big gaming event, of course, is going to be at Recruits. If you're able to make it to the Kansas City area last weekend of September, I highly recommend it. $5 gets you in, and there's going to be a plethora of games. Not only are you going to see games from Wiley. We're going to have at least 3, possibly 4 tables all weekend. I know for a fact there's going to be 3. There's going to be Battlesuit Alpha. There's going to be Star Wars or Galactic Heroes, and there's going to be either Horse and Musket 2 or Horse and Musket Bigger Battles, run by Chris Clucky. So there's at least 3 tables, possibly 4. I don't know for sure. I know I'm running the Star Wars tables for Jay. He's running Battlesuit Alpha table, and Chris Clucky is running the Horse and Musket. Whether it's regular Horse and Musket or Bigger Battles, we're not sure yet. So, but there's going to be so much other great gaming there, and some good vendors. John Russell from Warlord Games America is going to be there. So yeah. So see, man, probably can't make Recruits this year, but maybe next. Would love to get some Wiley in and maybe some Ambush Alley next war. Yeah, I'm excited about next war. I have not yet got the pre-production PDF, the beta testing PDF. Guys, if you are interested in any way, shape, or form of Ambush Alley Games' next version of Tomorrow's War / Force on Force, go to War Game Vault. I believe that's where it is, and get next Ambush Alley's next war. It is in a pre-production stage right now. It is in play testing, but for the $25 you're spending now, you'll receive the finished PDF with all the great graphics, with all the great maps. It'll be laid out better than the Osprey version were. And it is a combined It's a combined book that is designed to take you from recent past to distant far future. So definitely check it out. 25 bucks, and you're getting to be part of the process. You get to help Sean and Robbie figure it out. And yeah, I have a suspicion there's going to be some ambush alley next year. Hell, if you can't make recruits this year, definitely crank it up and be at March to Victory and at the end of March next year. March to Victory 2023 is going to be fabulous. It's in the same place it was last year, so we've got plenty of room still, and the games are going to be fabulous. They were great this year. They're going to be even better next year. My Star Wars TNT4 game is going to be bigger. There's going to be more hallways. Don't know if I'm going to have any more troops. I think 6 is a good number. But yeah, you're definitely going to see more hallways, more corridors. They've put out the guy who produces the corridors has produced a couple of new ones that I'm going to be downloading and printing. We're also going to have Jay, my brother Jay, and I are going to have Kanji City there, our cyberpunk universe. Anywhere between 4 to 6 players for that one. We're hoping to have it be a 5x6 table. We cut out the play mat this past weekend to fit 5x6, roughly 5x6. It's a little smaller than 5x6, but close enough, right? And we're going to have it filled with buildings. So I know McMurray has got some wild ass idea up his sleeve. I don't know if it's going to be Martians with European flying ships or what have you. But yeah, he'll have something good. Hell, we might talk Sean and Robbie and Peggy to come up from Oklahoma to run some Next War stuff for us. So it's going to be great. It's going to be lots of fun. So definitely, if you can't make it to recruits this year, definitely make it for recruits next year. And if you can swing it, make it to March to Victory. March to Victory is Friday afternoon. I think the first session starts at 4 until Sunday morning, where we wrap up around noon. Sunday is tournament day, where we're going to have Breaking Lances again, the 54 millimeter wood flats from Thomas Foss and Skull and Crown. This is one of the Kniggets on foot. I haven't glued the arms on yet because I haven't painted them up the way I wanted to, or color them up the way I want to. So we're going to have that tournament. We're also going to have the arena, the Gladiator tournament that Jay Wiley is going to host. Might even have the game out by then. I don't remember the name he's given it, but that's going to be there. $20. That's all it's going to cost to get in. Is $20 at the door. If you pre-order your ticket, $17. So well worth the money. We're planning 2 more. Yeah, we're planning 2 more events. We've got the Wiley Wargaming Weekend in October, and we've got Snow Brawl, I believe, in December. Both of those, the money that is earned there will be used to help offset the cost of the venue. So any money that's gained during the March to Victory weekend goes forward to the next game weekend, the next March to Victory 2024. So good times, lots of fun, and just I can't express enough how great this time is for gaming. I honestly, I have never seen a better time for gaming. There's so many great games out there, and there's so many great small companies out there. Now, on the big side of small companies, you've got the Two Fat Lardies. They do an amazing job. You've got the guys at you got Robbie and Sean and Peggy with Ambush Alley Games. You got Jay and Robin with Wiley Games. Hell, even I'm still swinging for the fences with a version or with a game. Eventually, maybe possibly I'll get it published. Who knows? And maybe I'll just have it to give away. So, and now with 3D printing, 5 years ago I was unsure of. I had the feeling that we were going to get to the point where we would be able to print our own miniatures at home. I didn't think it would be this fast or this inexpensive. You can get a resin 3D printer, a good resin 3D printer for less than, if you get it on sale, for less than $200. And you're going to get quality like this. Now, granted, I painted it, but the miniature was 3D printed. I mean, that's it. And I know my camera isn't great, and it's only like a 720 720 resolution, but in my opinion, that is every bit as good in quality, print wise, as this guy right here. I mean, I dare anyone to tell me which one's 3D printed and which one is made in a factory. So, yeah, no, exactly. The Elegoo Mars 3 costs a bit less than the GW Age of Darkness starter box. Yeah, that Age of Darkness starter box is hefty. 54 miniatures, a couple of vehicles. It's 300 bones. It's spendy. And I'm going to be honest, I would much rather spend that money on an Elegoo Mars 3 myself. I've got an original Elegoo Mars. I want to get a Mars 3. I think I want a Mars 3 Pro. I think I want to just go nuts and get the 3 Pro. I would love a Jupiter, or is it the Jupiter or the Saturn that's got the really big print bed, but I don't got that kind of money just yet. Chris Long says, I've been printing for a long time now and it keeps getting better and better. Exactly. He says it is a good deal for GW stuff, but yeah, I'm there. I've told my brother this many times. I mean, my brother Jay and I cut our teeth on Rogue Trader. Literally, Christmas '87, he got the book. He got a plethora of miniatures, and we cut our teeth on it. That's what got us into the hobby. That and my FASA Star Trek Starship Tactical Combat Simulation game. Those two are what got us into the business. I had, late 80s time frame, so I like the universe of Warhammer 40K. I like the mythos to an extent. Um, I like the. This is going to sound weird. I like the fact that there are no good guys in the 40K universe. Everybody is out there on their own for themselves. The only ones you get close to being quote unquote the good guys would be the Tau, and that's because they're there for the greater good of everybody, for all in their in their realm, in their empire. So he says, now I want something bigger than my Saturns. They're awesome, but want bigger. Yeah, there are some out there that are bigger, but it's a huge step up on what it costs to where it costs to buy. So there is that. Yeah, 40K and 87 was an awesome time. Absolutely, it was. It's as my brother likes to say, and I agree with him. Old hammer is the best hammer. So anyway, yeah. So lots of great things going on. I've got some Italians and some British to paint up in 1/6000 scale for airmen, E4 airmen. Waiting on that T-shirt to show up. As soon as I get that T-shirt and get these ships printed and painted, I got to get them printed. I apologize. It's been kind of hectic, but I'm going to get those. I'm hoping to get those printed this week and get them. It's not going to be real time consuming to get them painted. Hell, I might even decide to go live when I'm painting them, just so you see my guys. Or my process on getting those little guys painted. So, yeah, we got that going for us. I still have a truckload of 1/1800 scale War at Sea or Victory at Sea to paint up. Specifically, I want to paint this one up for my wife. This is a USS Essex. I know it's the short hull version of the Essex, but it's close enough so that I can paint it up like USS Boxer, which was her dad's ship that he served on during the Korean War. So yeah, I want to paint that up to look like his USS Boxer. I got, of course, just a crap ton of Star Wars miniatures to paint that have printed up. I got this guy. I'm definitely thinking this guy needs to get done up from Kenobi, the bounty hunter, the lizard-headed or the dragon or T-Rex-headed guy with the. He's so cool. And anybody that says that this is not Star Wars, go back and watch the original Cantina scene. He absolutely fits in. Absolutely fits in. So yeah. Let's see here. No, it says agree. I love the lore and sculpts, but I can't do the rules mostly anymore. I'm hearing good things about Kill Team. Our buddy Eric has whichever, hard into Kill Team, and played it at J3, and they had a lot of fun with it. So that's promising. Oh no, thank you very much. It's actually if you are a follower of all things Star Wars, this is actually Harrison Dula, the owner and captain of the Starship Ghost from Star Wars Rebels. So that's kind of cool. I'm painting the helipads on my ship's damn small lines. Yeah, very, very. And then Noah, This is he's 3D printed from an STL that I got from Skullforge. So yeah, he's a Skullforge miniature. So yeah, like the day or two after we saw him on Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, um, Skullforge Studios had a picture of the STL for this guy, and then he was part of the I think the July. Yeah, he was part of the July Patreon uh, download. So yeah, I want to get him painted. Uh, also from Solo, they've got Rio, the pilot from Solo. He's pretty cool. I want to get him painted up. Got to get him finished, cleaned up also. And then they've got a Rhodian, just dude hanging out. And then from this is from Star Wars Rogue One, Two Tubes. He's one of Saw Gerrera's guys. Also from Solo, I got Infest Nest. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. Thank you, Hessy Cat. I appreciate it. Necromunda and Warcry are superb, but One Page Rules has displaced 40K completely for me. For me, when I want to play with my Tau or my Space Marines or my Space Orcs, you guys know me. I'm using Galactic Heroes. So it's such a clean, quick, easy to use system. Need the Door Gunner from Rogue One. They actually have Fantasy Flight actually has him as a purchasable figure. I don't think I've seen him on Skullforge. The guy who runs Skullforge recently came out and said that he is not, if there is already a miniature for a particular character in Star Wars, he will not create an exact copy, an exact duplicate, but he will create like a different pose. So, for instance, let's say right now this is available. You can buy this on the Skullforge website, Gumroad, Skullforge. And if, for whatever reason, if it's not Fantasy Flight anymore, it's Atomic Mass Games. If Atomic Mass Games comes out with one that looks almost, either exactly like this in the same pose or almost like it in the same pose, he will take it down and replace it with a different pose. So he wants proxy. He wants to be able to do proxy, not piracy. So you definitely want to get a hold of them. Right now, if you pre-order, I'm getting tired and I'm getting hungry, and I apologize. My brain is failing me. If you pre-order Battlesuit Alpha right now, you're going to get a 10% discount. No codes necessary. Just go in, drop it into the bucket, say, hey, I want, and pay for it. You're going to get a 10% discount on it. And the cards as well. So if you bundle, you'll get an additional 10% off of that as well. So, a lot of people, and I'm assuming when you're saying sounds reasonable, you're talking about what the guy from Skullforge is talking about. A lot of people were losing their minds about it, and it was like, no, he doesn't want to receive a cease and desist order I have a feeling he's already got some kind of kind of thing going with Disney or Lucasfilms already, because I mean these are exactly, I mean, this is Rio. This is not something that looks like Rio. This is, you know, this is the four-armed orangutan, Rio. Uh, okay, no, take care of yourself, buddy. Um, glad you could be here. Hopefully someday you can make it to Recruits, you can make it to March to Victory, and we'll meet up and we'll throw dice. Absolutely, absolutely. So, and honestly, guys, like I said, I am hungry. I haven't eaten since noon today at lunch, so I'm gonna go grab a quick snack before I head to bed. Again, I want to thank all of y'all who hung out, waited patiently for me. I didn't think the football game was going to take as long as it did. It actually turned out to be two separate football games. Um, so thank you. Thank you. And be sure to go check out the other guys that have got uh, that have got uh, YouTube channels: Hissy Cat, Chuck, Hex to Hex, uh, Warmut, Joy of Wargaming, Todd with Wardrobe plays World War II, um, Modeling for Advantage over in the UK. They're starting to play some Wiley games. They're getting good at it. So yeah, go check them out. They're all great uh, folks. Um, and if you are not subscribed already, click that subscribe button. We lost a couple. We're down to 217, but that's okay. If that person or those people felt that they wanted to clean me out and didn't like the product I was providing, that's okay. You're not hurting my feelings. It's a big world. People like what they like. People don't like what they don't like. So that's okay. But until next time, guys, and again, next time is Thursday night. Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, United States. We will definitely get more of this going, and we'll see you on the flip side.